Hello everyone, my name is Harry Parry and welcome back to Satisfactory. So, I've done a few things since the last episode just to kind of get things up and running. I've created a new section in the base. I haven't got any of these yet. I've only managed to get this, and I'll explain how in a minute. The reason I've done this is just because I needed to fill out the row, and I've just picked some random stuff that might be coming in soon, like plastic-wise. So I thought, okay, let's put these together. Maybe we'll start to get some of this in. I'm not sure yet, but I can always change the sign. It's not the end of the world. But let me explain what I've done in the meantime. So, I've gone around and upgraded all of the conveyor belts to Mark IV as best as I can. I might catch the odd one here and there that I might not have upgraded. I've done my best to kind of go around to every section and upgrade them. Because we finally got enough steel beams coming in to be able to do it. So I've tried my best to upgrade everything. And yeah, and then also in the last episode we left off with trying to get the oil sorted. So I needed to build a pipe going from the oil node all the way back to main base. That was what I was aiming to do. However, halfway back, I realized something. And let me show you what I realized. But it's got a bit of a travel to go to. So, I don't think I've shown you these tubes yet. I think I've shown you this one. But only to a certain degree. So this now leads to a new sort of area. Rather than going all the way to... Oh no, this one's new. No, this one's new. I haven't shown you this one before. So, this is one of the sections I was talking about. Actually, I haven't actually upgraded these Mark IV yet. So I can show you what's going on. So, this is my Caterium factory. Let's call them factories. This is my Caterium factory. It's currently not moving because it's all going into this one thing here, which I can actually... Now that my plan has worked, I can remove that, and add an industrial one here, and then add a dimensional one on top. Put that into there, and then that can start moving into there. And then I need a conveyor lift going from there to there. That's not what I wanted. Why the hell did you do that for? There we go. I don't know why I did that, but that's going into there. But it means it's going into here and filling up in here, and it's not a total waste then. But yeah, at the moment, all it's creating is wire, because if I go into the recipes, parts, Caterium ingot, all I can create is the wire with it. So that's all I can do right now, right this second. All I can create is the wire. So that's all it's creating, and there's an alternate recipe for it, but I don't see the point. I've got 4 machines going, all optimized, all going really fucking quick. Filling that up really quick. It's got a lot backed up as well, so it's going to go real quick. But yeah, so, and it's all coming from this one, I think it's pure, yeah, a pure Caterium section, which is up here, very close to home. Didn't realise there was one so close. Obviously, I was trying to do it way down here, and I'm so glad I found this spot, because look how close it is compared to that. And it's a pure one, which I don't even think that's a pure one down there. So, yeah, that's one of my sections. But anyway, so while that's doing its thing, actually, we can quickly... Should we upgrade everything? This will only take 2 seconds. See, this is all it is. Look, I'm just going along. Add it on to the existing conveyor belt. It only takes a minute just to kind of find every bit. Just go down every section. Click it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's everything. I've just had a quick double check of everything. Make sure the little ones have been got. Yeah. Happy days. Okay, so that's all I've done to everything else. So you haven't missed much. But there's a new tube going from this, which wasn't here before. This is something I've just built, which brings me all the way down to the new factory, which I've just built for this occasion, for the oil. Okay, so it brings me to this junction. So that takes me all the way down to the oil node, okay? If I ever need to fix or add or whatever, that takes me down here. But this junction, this little cross here, takes me down here, all the way down. Keep it going, keep it going. All the way to this new factory I've set up. So, yeah, this doesn't need upgrading because I just use Mark IVs all the way through this. But what was convenient about this location was it was right, because I wasn't planning on coming and setting up here. I brought the tubes around here just so it wouldn't be going uphill too much. So I brought it, I was going to go around this hill and then carry on round there like that. But then I saw these coal nodes here as I was just walking past them. Now, they're normal ones, but the location of them were just way too convenient because I remembered, see that glowy thing there? That is where I set up my sulfur node. There's a sulfur node there, and I tapped into that, and it was just putting it into here. It was just going straight into a dimensional depot. But I decided to remove that and bring them down to here instead. So it's not traveling too far, and it's bringing them into here so that I can then combine the sulfur and the coal to create the black powder, right? Which is then going outputting and then going into these refineries where the residual oil, whatever it is, oil residue, is now being pumped and spread across these three machines, right? Which are fully optimized, 100%, 250% clock speed. It's not fully optimized. So as you can see, what I've done here is not the way you're supposed to do it. So technically, this is being split 50-50. I believe it's 240 coming this way, that means technically there's 120 going into this one, and then 60 going into this one, and then another 60 going into this one. But if you look, it only wants 37. So, and that's at max. That is at max. So if I really wanted to, which I don't, but if I really wanted to, I could add several more of these machines and put them in more in line and then have more of these machines going across. But what it's outputting is absolutely fine. Like, look at it. It's rammed, right? And that's at full capacity. So it's perfectly fine. I'm not fussed. Look, it's probably already... Look, I added one of these. Is it full already? Yeah, it's already full. Look, it's that has only been doing that for 10, maybe 20 minutes, right? It's got plenty. It's got plenty. So what we're going to do is now... And look how much is backed up. So this is perfectly fine. Yes, it's not fully optimized. Yes, it's not mathematically correct. But it's fine. It works. If I really wanted to, I could split this up and just have a sulfur going straight into a dimensional depot, and then I have my sulfur back. Like, it's not the end of the world. But right now, I don't use sulfur for anything else other than creating the black powder. So, yeah, it's fine as is for now. But now that I've explained that, we need to get on to this episode. I want to be able... I'm so desperate to get some weapon upgrades. Because, oh my god, I'm sick to death of the rebar gun. The single shot is just so annoying. But I also want explosives. I want explosive shots, because holy moly, were they really cool. And I want to be able to do it. So I want the assault rifle. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do explosives with the assault rifle, but I want these. I'll have both. I'll have the assault rifle and the rebar gun for exploding if I need to. But let's just get it upgraded. I've been waiting for so long to get the oil sorted, and also the plastics as well. There's a lot of stuff that requires plastic. Which, have I set up a dimensional depot on the plastics? I think I did I? No, I haven't. Okay, that's something I definitely need to do then. I've got enough plastics right now to be able to just do the upgrades that I need to do, I think. If not, it doesn't take long to get around there. Thanks to these hyper tubes, it takes maybe a minute to get around to that section with all the tubes, which it would have taken me longer by walking. So everything is now set up perfectly. Okay, so let's start off. I don't think I've got any. No. I did have a couple hard drives. Nothing spectacular, but I did also complete this alien one. It just means I can scan for aliens now. Nothing I'll probably use, to be honest, but anyway, let's get this sorted. I need way more rebarb. Okay, let's do this. Start research. Finally. Oh, yes.
Explosive rebar unlocked. Rebar ammo that explodes on impact. Suitable for removal of unwanted obstacles, creatures, or limbs.
Limbs. Yes. This is going to be cool. Okay, what does this want? It wants that. It wants... Oh, it wants plastic. I'm going to have to go back anyway because I need to go and get plastic. Okay, let's sort of just get this inventory a little bit more clear. Actually, is there anything in plastic that wants plastic that I've been holding off on? Nothing yet. I thought there was a few scannables, so maybe it's just creating stuff that I need the plastic for. Quite possibly. Okay, so this is the junction, and this is where it takes you to the oil node. So going uphill, obviously, is never good. I tried to put as many middle grounds as I could. This bit is a bit slow, but I think it's not too bad from this point. But basically, it follows the wires, the cables, more so for the oil than anything. The oil kind of drifts off on its own somewhere down the line. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, but once this kind of joins, I intentionally kind of followed the two paths together, as you can see, and then I've created this kind of bridge across the water. One, to just avoid enemies as best you can, and two, because it's out of the way, you're not taking too many bends and stuff, and it can be as straight as it can be. Because the water is technically unused area if you think about it. Like, you don't really, unless you, I mean, you can build on the water. There's nothing to say you can't, but most people will probably tend to build on land, even though it's such an untapped area that you can use. But yeah, this just makes it getting back and forth really easy. So we're about here. This is what it looks like. It's a little bit topsy-turvy, you could say. So let's put a dimensional one on here, like so, and then put a conveyor lift going into there, and I should be getting plastic and rubber. Should be coming both into it. It's trying. I can see it's trying. I suppose it can only upload one thing at a time. Maybe I need to separate these then and have two-dimensional depots then. That'll probably be the best bet, to be honest. Okay, so if we have this come down here, go into its own section, and then its own depot. And nope, go like that. Okay, and then rubber's coming into its own section. So what I'll do is I'll take out the rubber from here, sort that. Might as well take the plastic. Saves it trying to upload it. But now the rubber has its own dimensional depot. It does. Cool. Okay, so now I can access that. But if I ever need more, then it's going into this storage, and I can always just come here and grab it if I ever need more and more. But yeah, what you haven't missed much. I did end up putting a fluid buffer in on all of them. I don't know what they do per se. Maybe if the power goes off, it will allow it to just keep going for a little bit longer, possibly, which is a big help, because even if it just lasts a couple more minutes, allowing me to get down and restore the power. I've currently had to cut off power, actually, because the coal just isn't cutting it anymore. It sucks, and that's another thing I want to try and get done in this episode, is maybe try and generate some oil power. So if you look on the map, somewhere around here or here, there was an oil node that was pure. And I want to see if I can tap into that for generation, for the generator point. Now, what would be good is, because there's already cables, it wouldn't take much to tap into it. Because you put in the generator, and then you just attach it to this already existing, you know, it wouldn't take much. I just have to attach these and go a little bit further out and attach it to them. And then that's also, you don't have to remove the coal. I can just remove some of the coal and keep some of the coal power going, but I don't need much of it because, oh my god, right now it's so rammed in there because I keep having to add machines. So maybe adding some oil power will just help. But yeah. Another thing I wanted to do was look at the fuel, okay? Which probably is some good timing because I'm about to run out of biofuel. But I swear there was a way one of these gave you residual fuel. Yeah. Ah. Maybe that's one I could tap into on the other end then. Because I don't need 3 machines going and doing black powder, or smokeless powder, sorry. I don't need it to do that. Because it's given me so much already. So maybe I can tap into one of them to give me fuel. Because apparently that fuel can be used in jetpacks and stuff, and it might be way more efficient than biofuel. So let's get back to that section to see if I can modify some stuff. I really need to move that tube, man. I keep throwing myself into the factory. Okay, so what I could do is, I don't know, let's say the far one, this one. Let's remove that. Change this to be converting it into residual fuel instead. And then removing this conveyor belt. Adding... Okay, I think I need to destroy some... Oh. Okay. I've run out of biofuel. I wonder if I can use the other fuel for that, maybe, as well. Like, it just powers all fuel in general. That would be cool. Okay, and then this on top of... No, not that. That, please. Yep. Then that on that. And then... Number 4, go to... Let's go down first. Cool. Okay, so that should be creating fuel instead. I think what I need to do is just clear out what was remaining of this. There we go. Cool. So now that can be giving me fuel into a dimensional depot, which might just be infinite fuel, because if it uses it straight from the depot as it's being generated, I might never need fuel again. In my inventory, anyway. Well, I need some, because... Come on. Oh, don't tell me it goes into... Like, I have to output it via this and it doesn't... I think that might be the case, actually. Yeah, shit. How do you put it into a bottle then? This is an age-old question. Alright, I'm just going to leave it as is then for now, and I'll figure it out later. But I've got plenty coming in through that way. It's not the end of the world. Okay, let's get back to base, and let's get this gun, finally. Okay, we're back to base. Let's do this. Let's not do this. I need motors first. I have no motors. I need to build rotors. One moment. Okay, we are back. We have got the motors. Took a little while. I need to set up an automation for that. I feel like I can, because it needs tubes, which I can just use iron for. I might take advantage of these two being right next to each other and try and get some motors automated, because they're starting to come a little bit more necessary now. But yeah, so that could be a next task for me. But for now, let's just get this going. Turbo rifle ammo.
Rifle and rifle ammo unlocked. A long-range weapon and rapid-fire ammunition, only to be used for the defense or acquisition of fix-it property. Conveniently, this includes everything of value on this planet.
Yeah, tell me about it. Ah, oh, sick. Okay, turbo rifle ammo. I have computers somewhere. I might have used them. I feel like I used them at some point. I've got 19. And I found, was this a supercomputer or something? Yeah, supercomputer. I found one supercomputer in my adventures. I'm not going to dedicate a whole slot for it yet, though. But let's try this out. One, the explosive ammo, and two, the rifle ammo. Oh, it needs copper sheets. Shit, okay. Well, let's make some of that then. Awesome, so you can have up to 500 in one go. Okay, and I also really want explosive, but I'm gonna need a shit ton of rebar. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I don't want a single normal rebar. I just want explosive. That is all I want for the rebar gun now. And it's fucking awesome. Look at this. Okay, hold on. Ready? Ha! It's brilliant. I finally blow up shit, like get into rocks and stuff that need it. Oh, wow. Okay. I need to actually make the rifle now, which is probably going to be a whole nother thing. Okay, let's have a look. Rifle, 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 rifle. What do I need? More motors. Okay, I definitely need to start automating that. Okay, I've got everything. Let's build this thing. Finally. Oh, a weapon that's going to be loads better. Hopefully. Okay. Well, I have just got an extra hand slot, but what don't I really need? The scanner. Because I'm going to need health. I'm going to have to create a buttload of health soon. I'll have to go on a nut run. Oh, hell yes! Oh, oh hell yes! Oh my god, yes. That is more like it. Okay. Good stuff, man. Okay, I think it's best if those are at the front. So that'll be second. That'll be first. That'll be fourth. That'll be fifth. That's last. Actually, no. That there. And then I want health on the third row. God, this just turned into freaking COD, man. Awesome. Okay, I really want to automate a lot of that. I wonder, can it be automated? The rifle ammo, just having rifle ammo at all times would be really helpful. Yes, you can do it in the assembler. Okay, brilliant. As well as the explosive rebar, which is the only one I want anymore. Again, that can only be in the workshop. Okay, so I can automate the rifle ammo, which is great. So what I can do is bring either a train or a conveyor belt back over here, and what I need to do is set up the next copper. Now copper's starting to come in useful again. I'll need to set up a copper station. So we'll do that next. Well, I'll do it next in my own time. But yeah. Let's try and, before we end this episode off, because I'm not sure how long this episode's been, but I want to get the train at least on track, so to speak. So let's get these sent in. I'm gonna need. It's the motor. I'm gonna need the motor again. I need 120 motors. That took me a while to get that. What does it need? It's copper. Okay, so it needs a rotor. It needs a rotor and a stator. A stator. Which to create a stator, I can do that over here. To create a motor, a rotor, sorry. Again, can be created over here. I'd have to create a whole new factory over here that is just creating rotors, though. Like, this will be purely the rotor factory here. And then over here can be ammo factory. Yes. Okay. I suppose that's just what I'm going to have to do, isn't it? I really wanted to keep this as clear as possible, but I guess not. Okay, so why don't we just get that started at least? Zoom, zoom, zoomy, zoom, zoom. Okay. Now, I only want to use one. I don't want to be tapping into all three right this second anyway. So... okay, so I want to create... to begin with, I need to create the rotors coming in. So... let's put some smelters down. Hopefully I've got all the stuff I need for this. Okay, let's just put one down so I know what I'm dealing with. It wants 30 per minute. This is going to output... I'm going to make it output 240. So I'm going to need some portable miners in a mo. We're going to create those real quick. Actually, I've got 9 ready and waiting. Awesome. That saves me some time. Okay, so let's create 4 smelters. Okay. So let's first do the Mark II miner. Nope. Okay, so I've used the last... well, no, I've got one more. I've used 3 of the 4 remaining to just be purely creating the tubes, because they're actually starting to come in now. So what I'll do is I'll take a couple. I haven't optimized these yet. So look, as you can see here, look, so much is coming out here, and that's because I fully optimized that, whereas I haven't done that to this yet. But it will have to do for now, and I'll sort it out later. Okay. Yay, I can create one now. Okay. So that's coming out of here, and I need it to go 4 ways. So let's do 4, just to begin with. So I need it to go into a splitter. Yeah, and then into another splitter. Roughly in the middle. So about there. Make sure this is on straight. Okay. Then this go... oh, God. Could really have done with that going a bit more forward, but never mind. Okay, it's not exactly centered, but it'll have to do. Okay, so that's... it hurts to see that slight kink. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's do the same over here. To be honest, that looks it looks a little wonky, but it actually looks neater than this shit. So let's redo this one to kind of match that. Okay, that kind of works. It looks a little weird, but... Whatever. It's split up. It is evenly split. It's a bit wonky. There. It's fixed. My brain can relax now. That's even-ish. It's more even now. Okay. It doesn't actually have any power currently, so let's remedy that. Okay, let's start on the edge, make it nice and clean. Why doesn't that just immediately start off as a Mark II? Why does it always start off as a Mark I? Okay, that'll do for now. Just to power this. Awesome. And then might as well just tag off this one to power this. Okay, and then this needs to be creating... So, I need it to be creating a rotor and a stator, which needs copper as well. This needs some shards to get it to 240. What does it? Hold on, 120, 60, 30. It wants 30 to begin with, doesn't it? Yes. Okay, so that is fully optimized right to this second. Not copper. Iron. Okay. So now that is creating... Okay, so what... It needs to be going into an assembler now. So, an assembler... Why did I put a thingy right in front of the freaking... That's the worst idea ever, wasn't it? Me? Yeah, it needs to go next to it, not right directly in front of it. Get rid of that one. Okay, so it needs to go into... Actually, no, now it needs to go into a constructor, not an assembler. Constructor. Is that in line? Yeah. Okay, so one needs to be making screws. One needs to be making rods. Okay, and then let's stretch this out a little bit more. Well, that's just going to have to work for now. Okay, so now this needs to go into an assembler. Ideal in between. Just go there, and that goes into here. Which these are now needing more power again. Okay. I Really surprised that hasn't blown the fuse. Okay, so this needs rotor. Okay, so how much is this creating? So, 15 ingots, it's getting 30 ingots, which ideally needs to be split up again, but into another assembler next to it. But right now, it's going to have to do. And this one, and it's outputting 50 screws for 12.5. Again, not fully using it. And this wants 100 screws, but it's only getting 50. So I could optimize this to give it 100, and it's using 25, which is better because that's outputting 30, but it's using 25, so that's not going to waste anymore, and that's outputting 100, which is exactly what it needs, and this needs 20, which is outputting 15, so I can put another one in here. Then it's getting 22, and that's using it to some degree better. Making that more efficient. So that needs to go there. I've just realised that probably would have been better on this side. Okay, that's better on that side purely because I'll need to tap into copper on this side. So let's remove that. And then I need to do a similar thing over here. Oh, I get to test out the rifle on these fucking dickheads. Oh, yes, that's more like it. Don't even have time to spawn the little shits. Yes, finally. That's what you want. Okay, so that's the foundation just quickly built. So I want sheets going into this. So let's, again, put just some smelters down. How much is this outputting? What is this, a normal? Yes, it's outputting 120. Again, 4 smelters should do just fine. Okay, and once again, it needs to go... Bollocks. From this into a splitter. And then into a splitter. Outputting to that. Again, it's not perfectly straight, but it'll have to do. Okay, that's powered. 120. Going into these, which need to be calibrated to iron. It's outputting 30. So let's just nick one of these. Wait, no. It wants a copper sheet, doesn't it? I believe. Oh, it wants a wire, actually. Oddly enough. I thought it was a sheet. Never mind. It's good to have a checked. So, I need a constructor. Coming out of there. Going there to there. Get a power rod. No, not that. Power rod. Power rod. Oh, oh, what? Upgrade it, please. Thank you. Going to about here. Attach that to that. I'll just quickly upgrade these. Okay. And I'm just going to nick this and take it here. And then build that straight there. Okay, so if I recalibrate this, or just calibrate it, I should say. I haven't even calibrated it yet. To creating wire, which is 30 per minute. It's outputting 30. It's giving it 30, but it only uses 15. So if we put a couple shards in, giving that max thing, this is now outputting 60. So it's outputting 60, and it wants, not rotor, I want that to be a stator, and it wants 40. Okay, which is fine. And then what we can do is change this to iron thingy. What I need to do is actually take out the rods that are in here first, so it doesn't glitch. Then this needs to be that, which is exactly what it's getting. How many does it want? It wants 15. This is outputting 25, which is more than enough, so I can actually put that in to make that 60, which is making the most of that. 25 per minute it wants, and it's giving it 20. No, it's giving it 25, and it wants 22. So that's at max capacity as to what it wants, which is brilliant. So that's using it. It's not overclocking it too much. It's using what it's getting to its full advantage. Okay, so that's creating a stator. That's creating rotors. No, it's not. Now it's creating rotor. No, it needs power. Now it's creating rotors. So now I need another row. Okay, so it needs another assembler in the middle of those two. That going into that. That going into that. And this creating the motor, which now needs power again. So let's just tap into that one. Fuck it, why not? And wait for the power to shut off. No, okay, we're good. Okay, I don't need a whole row for this. So let's just get like that. And then why not just angle it again? Like that. And then can I now put a depot in? No, but you know what? I don't need it because it's right next to home anyway. So let's just put an industrial storage there. And put that into there. And there we go. Now we have got a motor factory running. Not to its fullest potential, but it's not wasting any resources. Let's put it that way. All of this is coming from 2 nodes, right? So it's all coming from 1 iron and 1 copper, which before I was not doing correctly. If I was doing it the old way, I would have used all 3 of these, putting into 1 smolter, and yeah, it would not be this efficient. So it is slowly creating some motors, which hopefully I can then use to start the train technology thing. So I'll be back and we'll finish off this episode, which might be a bit longer now, with getting the train milestone reached. Okay, we are back. We have got the last remaining bit of the motor. We're going to finish off this episode by getting the train ready. Let's go!
Milestone reached. Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast quantities of parts. Train logistics can be made more precise and complex with tools found in the railway signaling milestone. I listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo-choo, mother.
What the fuck? Choo-choo, motherfucker! Bloody hell, man. Alright. Holy moly. Okay, I haven't yet unlocked petroleum power. I'm going to need another 100 motors. But I have everything else. I have all of that. It's just the motors, which is currently being manufactured. And I'll see if I can up the efficiency of it to see if I can get them quicker. I could probably do that. It's going to be 10 minutes before the thing gets back. I might start the next episode off with doing that. Next episode, I'll be having Zach. His name is Zach. He's given me permission to say his name. Zach is coming back on. He's going to be helping me out, building some stuff, just having a grand old time. So he can help me with that and maybe get things done a bit more quicker. So, yes, we're going to leave it here for today. We have got the weapon, which was my main thing. We have got the train unlocked. And I've explained more of what I've done and why, and just explored my general areas and stuff. So, yes, it's looking good. We're doing well. So, for now, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, a thumbs up would be very much appreciated. And subscribe to keep up to date with these videos and everything else I'm releasing. Thank you all again so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!